Hey, Iris.
You okay, Jamie? This is gonna be so fun. I can't wait to see what the doctor says about my eyes.
What's wrong with you, girl? You feeling okay? What are you so excited about? You do know we're at the eye doctor, right?
Yeah. That's why I'm excited. The eye doctor is actually pretty fun to come to. I want to see how good I can do on the vision test this time. Plus, sometimes the doctor shows me what the inside of my eye looks like. Seriously, how cool is that?
Man, don't remind me. Dang, I gotta find a way to get out of this. They're probably gonna give me a bunch of shots, or mess up my hair, or make me hold a snake. You don't even know what you're getting into.
Make you hold a snake? Oh, wait. You're scared, aren't you?
Me? Scared? No. It's just not a good day for me. I heard it's too cold out for an eye exam.
It's like 60 degrees.
That's way too hot. We should go home.
Honestly, you need to toughen up. There's nothing to be afraid of. They don't give you any shots. The doctor's really nice. There's certainly no snakes or whatever crazy fears you have. And it's kind of like a game. I actually like coming to the eye doctor.
I'm just feeling thirsty. I'm dehydrated. Can't get an eye exam today. Why did they make you come here?
Oh, no one made me come. I choose to get a full exam from an eye doctor because that's the only way to tell if my eyes are working the best they can. Just want to make sure nothing has changed and my eyes are still nice and healthy. You know, vision is super important to how well we do in school.
Jamie? Hi, I'm Shirley, and I'm going to be your optician today. We're going to get you back and get you started with your eye exam. You ready to go back? Oh, wait a minute. Is this your first eye exam?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Well, most people that have had an eye exam before, they're not afraid. There's really nothing to be afraid of. We'll get you back here and get an eye exam started for you. Iris, I may need your help with this one.
It's not that. Dang. Listen, man. Between you and me, I don't even need this. Can we just skip it?
Okay, this is going to be good. Go ahead.
Well, see, what happened was, so after my vision screening with my nurse, she said I was at risk for vision problems. So I had to go get a full eye exam. So you can just tell my nurse my eyes are fine. I'm good. So I'm gonna just go ahead and bounce out of here because I'm 20/20, you know, perfect vision.
Well, not quite. 20/20 does not actually mean perfect vision.
Who are you?
So, most people use 20/20 to describe perfect vision, right? But actually, it just means that you could read something from 20 feet away that somebody with normal vision could see, like that line right there. Now, some people, they're actually worse than 20/20. It could be like, say, 2100. That means you have to stand all the way up here in order to read that line, but somebody with normal vision, they could stand 100 feet away and still be able to see that. Now, there's other measurements too, like say 2200. That would be if you're standing 20 feet away, you couldn't even read the very top letter on that chart, and you'd actually be considered legally blind. Now, when you want to get your driver's license, you need to be 20/40 or better. Some people are even better than 20/20. It is possible to be 20/15, and for that, somebody with normal vision would have to stand all the way up here in order to read that line. But if you were 20/15, you could stand all the way back like this and still be able to see it. Mind blown. So being 20/20, it is good, it's just not perfect vision. For example, you could be 20/20 and not be able to see up close.
Which would make schoolwork or playing on a cell phone pretty tough.
Right, or you could be 20/20 and have an eye disease like glaucoma.
Or macular degeneration.
Or cataracts.
Or diabetic retinopathy.
Or the muscles in your eyes could be off, which could cause an eye turn.
Okay. I get it. I still need an eye exam even if I think I can see fine.
That's right. And being 20/20 didn't help you catch that football now, did it? Let's go back to the exam.
So now that you see that having 20/20 vision doesn't mean you don't need an eye exam, can we get this thing started?
Okay, sure. But wait, why can't Iris come?
Well, this next test is only for boys. She doesn't need this test.
You mean I gotta go first?
Yes. See, the next test we're gonna do is a color vision test. I often say all boys are colorblind because you can't match an outfit for your life. But in reality, about 8 out of 100 boys have color vision problems. So we always test the boys.
Excuse me? That many of my friends can't see colors? Dang.
Not so fast. Shirley, she's not kidding. But being colorblind doesn't mean what you think it does. Come with me. Okay, now, colorblind, it's not a very accurate term. It should really be called color deficient. What happens is some people have a mutation on their DNA and it causes them to mix up certain colors. Most commonly, it's the color red and green. They sometimes see it more like brown. And so a traffic light, instead of looking like this, it would look more like this if you were colorblind. Most other colors, they see basically the same. So for this color test you're gonna do, don't be afraid, it's not gonna hurt, okay? Basically, they're just gonna hold a card up. If you have color vision problems, the card would look like this. But if you're seeing just fine, card looks more like this.
I think I did this in my vision screening.
You're right, a vision screening is a great place to be identified if you might be at risk for color vision problems. Then you would need to go see an eye doctor, get an exam, that's where you'd be diagnosed. Now, what's crazy is most people with color vision problems don't even know they have it because they're able to perceive all the other colors around them just fine. Now, there's no cure for being colorblind, but it's okay. As long as you know you have it, you just need to know there's a couple jobs you might not be able to get, like being a fighter pilot or an electrician. You'd have to consider a couple of those kind of jobs. Whatever you do, do not plug in the red wire.
Which wire's the red one? Let's go back and see if I'm colorblind or not.
Let's do it.
Okay, that wasn't bad. I can see my colors.
You just can't match your socks.
Now we're going to do a stereo test.
For real? What are we gonna listen to? Do we get headphones?
Not that kind of stereo.
But it is similar to music. In stereo sound, we actually record through 2 microphones and play it back through 2 speakers at the same time.
Did you say something about stereo? Check this out.
That's right, don't look surprised. Stereo sound is comparable to eyes. Listen to me when I sing. You need 2 eyes looking at the same thing.
Doctor's gonna check whether your eyes are working together. Look, these cards is gonna show if your eyes are working in stereo.
It's 2 images being sent to your brain, only if they're looking at the same thing. If both eyes are pointing in the same direction, my friend, you won't have depth perception.
Or if one eye is clear and the other is blurry, my friend, you need to go to an eye doctor in a hurry. Your brain may turn off one of those eyes, and then you won't see clearly as hard as you try.
See? I told you eye exams were important. Plus, if you don't see in stereo, you can't see 3D movies.
The 2.5 inches that separate our eyes causes each eye to see the world from a slightly different angle. They then send this info to the brain, and it fuses the 2 views together. By having 2 slightly different views, the brain's able to calculate distance to objects and create our sense of depth and our ability to tell how far away stuff is. One way to understand this is to hold your thumb up at arm's length. Close one eye and then close the other eye. Hey, why don't you guys do this too? Come on. So as you alternate closing eyes, you should see your thumb kind of jump back and forth a little bit against the background. These are the 2 slightly different views that your brain is receiving. Now, when it combines them together, it's called binocular vision or stereo vision. Now, here's some examples of activities that rely heavily on stereo vision. For example, pouring a drink. Shaking hands. Catching a ball. So these 2 are doing what's called a random.E test. They put on special glasses and they try to see which E seems to be coming off the page. That way, an eye doctor can tell if both of their eyes are working together like they should. This binocular vision we're talking about is really important in school, so you're gonna wanna make sure yours is really good.
The next measurement that we're going to do involves the autorefractor. This will give us a good guess at your eyeglass prescription. This could be really helpful if, let's say, I was examining someone who didn't speak the same language that I did, or if I was examining a baby who couldn't speak at all. So I can use these measurements to create glasses or contacts for you, literally by just shining a little light in the eye.
But since I can speak, I don't have to do this one.
Sit down.
Thanks, Iris. So this instrument is going to shine some light in the eyes. It's not going to hurt at all, and then it's going to bounce around the eye and back towards me.
Oh, I can feel it moving.
She hasn't even started yet.
Oh.
Anyway, it'll measure how light is reflected off of multiple spots on the back of your eye. For this test, first, light is going to pass in through the cornea. That's the clear layer in the front of the eye. Then it comes in through the pupil, which is a hole. Then it gets to the lens. Now that's the part that gets things into focus. And then it shines over here on the back of the eye, the retina. It's like a dance party with light reflecting everywhere. Now, because some vision disorders are caused by the shape of the eye, this machine can actually tell if you need glasses just by reading how light is bouncing off the back part of your eye. Then, some sort of magic happens and boom, a prescription appears right there on the screen. Your job, just keep staring at that image right in the middle of the machine.
Watch me. I'm gonna ace this.
Some autorefractors can measure your cornea. This is important if we're going to fit you in contact lenses.
I look good in contacts.
You know, no one can see if you're wearing contacts.
Whatever.
Next, Iris, we're going to check the pressure inside your eye to test for a disease called glaucoma. This is important that we do this test because patients who have glaucoma can't feel that they have it. So it's important that we catch it early. If we catch it late, there is no cure for it at all. And there are a few ways that we can measure the pressure inside the eye. The first way that we can do it is using an air puff, which I know sounds scary, but it really just involves blowing a little bit of air to the eye and then it coming back at us. It won't hurt at all.
I like to think of it as the machine is blowing out a birthday candle.
Exactly. Infrared sensors measure how much the cornea bends in when the air hits it and can tell the pressure inside the eye. And that's it.
Or sometimes we put a little yellow drop in the eye and shine light in your eyes to check the pressure.
And other times, they even have this little handheld machine they put up to your eye. And by the time I tell you what it's doing, it's already measured the pressure in your eye 3 times.
The next instrument we're going to use is the slit lamp. This will give us a magnified view of the front part of the eye and also the back of the eye, the retina. I'll be able to look at the health of the eyes, and I also use this when I fit contact lenses.
Most eye doctors will dilate your eyes at some point during the exam. This means putting a tiny drop in your eyes to make the pupil get large. This allows more light in, giving the doctor a better view of the back of the eye, the retina. That's where a lot of diseases and vision conditions can take place, especially at the early stages. So they do this to check the health of the eye. These tiny drops, they make your vision a little blurry and maybe even sensitive to light, but that's totally normal and it goes away in a couple hours.
And that's it.
So what I'm doing now is I'm doing a procedure called retinoscopy. So even though Skylar thinks all I'm doing is playing peekaboo, really what I'm doing is I'm determining whether or not she needs glasses or not. Yes, I am. Yes. And we could do this procedure on adults too, but I don't have to make as many funny faces.
No way. Babies can get eye exams?
Way!
My parents actually brought me in for my first exam before I could even walk, when I was just 9 months old.
That's great. I think it's a lot of fun when a baby comes in for an eye exam. Then I think it's a good idea when the child turns around 3 to come in for another exam, and then again before starting school. So the next measurement we're going to do is using the phoropter. Just like the other measurements, this won't hurt at all. This is going to be just like a big pair of glasses. Now I'd like you to tell me which one is better. Choice 1 or 2.
The second one. Doc, can I ask you a question? I think I get it. So I'm supposed to get a couple of exams as a little kid, then some before I get into kindergarten, and then I'm good until I notice something is wrong, right?
Ooh, I'll take this one, Doc. Hey guys, why don't we go back into the eye? Whoa, watch out for those floaters. Hey, have you guys ever wondered what those are? Okay, before I get to the important stuff, let me explain. First off, almost everybody has them and they're generally no big deal. So the easiest way to see them is if you look at like a white wall and if you see like a spot or a squiggly line and you kind of try to stare right at it and it darts away, you know what I'm talking about? Those are floaters. Now, whatever floaters you have in your eye, you'll have them your whole life, which is kind of cool, right? You didn't do anything wrong though, don't worry. What they are is just these little protein fibers that exist in the jello-y part of the eye here called the vitreous. Sometimes they clump together, forming a floater. Now, if you suddenly start seeing just a ton of them, or like flashes of light, then you need to go straight to the eye doctor. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. But otherwise, if you see a floater, don't sweat it. Okay, now here's why you don't wait until you have a problem seeing before you go to the eye doctor. You see, most eye problems don't have any pain. So getting an eye exam by an optometrist or an ophthalmologist could be the only way to prevent you from losing sight, and it's the only way to know if you're seeing the best that you can. Remember, these are the only eyes you've ever had, so you kind of get used to them. You wouldn't know if maybe they could be working better. And an eye doctor is the only person that can perform an eye exam. Now, during that exam, they're going to look for a lot more than just if you can see clearly. They're going to look for eye diseases, muscle imbalance, and even serious health conditions within your body, like diabetes or cancer, multiple sclerosis, high blood pressure, high cholesterol.
It's true.
What? How did you get in here?
In the past few years, I've diagnosed 4 different patients with tumors and about 20 cases of diabetes in patients who didn't even know they had a health problem. And did you know that how children learn is closely linked with how well they see? If children are having trouble with schoolwork, it could be because they can't see well or interpret well what they see.
Right, and the thing is, kids won't complain that they're having trouble seeing because they don't know what normal vision is like.
Big deal. If I get a problem with my eyes, I'll just get it fixed.
No, see, unfortunately, there are a lot of eye diseases that don't have a cure. Would you guys like to see what it would feel like to have the 4 most common eye diseases that lead to blindness in America?
Sure.
Well, come on then. This first disease is called glaucoma, and it's most common in people of color, but anybody can get it. It starts by slowly taking away your side vision, and if it's left untreated, will eventually lead to blindness. Since it doesn't affect your central vision or make your eyes hurt, a lot of people don't even know they have it. The only way to diagnose glaucoma is by going to an eye doctor. Now, they do have ways of stopping it from getting worse, but there's no cure for glaucoma, so once you lose some of that side vision, you'll never get it back. That's why an eye exam every year or 2 is recommended to protect your vision.
If you'd just gone to the eye doctor, this would have never happened.
This shows what it's like to have macular degeneration, which is common in Caucasian people and rarely occurs in people of color. It begins by making your central vision real blurry, so reading or driving or cooking would be difficult. If left untreated, this one will also lead to blindness. Now, it can just run in your family, but we also know that smoking and overexposure to the sun increases your chances of getting it. The best way to reduce your risk of macular degeneration is to eat dark green leafy vegetables and wear a hat or sunglasses. And since there's no cure, you gotta catch it early.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just couldn't see you there.
Nah, stop. Why didn't you just go to the eye doctor?
Now this shows what it's like to have cataracts, which is when the lens inside the eye becomes cloudy, and they're really common when you get older. An exam by an eye doctor will tell you if the cataracts are causing the blurry vision, and the most likely treatment would be a surgery to replace that lens with a clear plastic one. It's actually the most performed surgery in America. Wearing sunglasses and a hat can help delay cataracts, though.
That's a shame. Never would have happened if you'd just gone to the eye doctor.
This last one shows what it's like to have a disease called diabetic retinopathy, which people with diabetes can get. This is when blood vessels in the eye leak and damage the retina. Now, at first, it's not so bad, but if left untreated, it can also lead to blindness. The best way for people with diabetes to lower their risk of diabetic retinopathy is to tightly control their blood sugars. So once you start losing your vision, once again, there's no cure. There's only ways of stopping it from getting worse. So especially people with diabetes need to have their eyes examined every year.
Ah, come on. Why don't you just go to the eye doctor?
As you can see, with all these diseases that have no cure, you can't wait until you have problems seen to go see your eye doctor, or you would have already lost that vision. A regular eye exam every year or two is needed.
So it looks like you could use some vision correction, Jamie. I'm gonna recommend glasses for right now, but you could also get contacts if you wanted to.
Will they make me see clear? Like when I was looking through that big machine?
Even a little bit better. And as for you, Iris,
Yes, do I finally get to have glasses?
actually your vision is still great. We checked the whole eye and even some health of your whole body, and you are doing just fine.
Thanks. As much as I would love to have glasses, I love hearing my eyes are doing great.
Wonderful. You could always get sunglasses too to protect your eyes.
Ooh, I'll think about getting some.
Hey, Doc, the thing about wearing glasses, I'm not gonna sacrifice my game just so I can see better.
First off, I can take you one-on-one, easy. Secondly, they make glasses for playing sports. Why don't you guys come with me? Try this. Do, 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 do. Go ahead and play. Did you know that 50,000 people a year suffer sports-related eye injuries? The top 4 sports that cause eye injuries are number 4, racket sports. Water sports. Number 2, baseball. And the number 1 most dangerous sport for the eyes is Candyland. Okay, it appears I have been given some bad information. In fact, Candyland, one of the safest activities you can do. The number 1 sport that leads to eye injuries is basketball, but it doesn't have to be. You can protect your eyes during sports activities by wearing eye protection. Whether you wear glasses or not, sports goggles are a great way for everyone to protect their eyes. Now, it's true, your eyes do have a lot of protection built in around them, but it's simply not enough. Regular glasses can break when they're impacted by sports equipment. Sports goggles can protect the eyes and even bend in without breaking while still allowing you to see your best. And they're not just for sports. You should wear safety goggles when you're mowing the lawn, or using power tools, or in chemistry class at school. There's actually a program that will provide free sports protection like helmets or safety goggles for vocational schools, even prescription goggles for kids that qualify. You can learn more about this great program by going to playhardgear.com.
Okay, but can these break?
I don't know. You want to find out?
Yeah.
Let's try it. I'm not entirely sure how you'd ever get hit with a bowling ball.
I don't know. Really bad bowler?
I guess. But hey, if you had sports goggles on, at least you'd be playing it safe. Watch this. Yes. Ready to go back? Do, 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 do.
Okay, that was pretty cool about the sports goggles.
So you're gonna get some?
Nah, if I mess up my eye, I'll just get one of these guys to give me a new one.
For serious? Even I know there is no such thing as an eye transplant.
That's right, Iris. Hey, let me show you. We only get 2 eyes our whole life. Now, we have an optic nerve on the back of the eye that's in charge of sending all the info that we see to our brain for it to process and turn into our sight. But the optic nerve, it's only a millimeter across, and we can't see anything without it. Inside that optic nerve are over 1 million little nerve fibers, and no one has figured out a way to sew together 1 million little cables to connect another eye. So, no, they can't give you another eye if you hurt one. You may just be out of luck.
Hey, Doc, shoot it to me straight. If I just eat more carrots like my mama had told me, would I even need these glasses?
You know, my mama told me to eat carrots to see better too.
Me too.
Me too.
But it's not true.
The myth about carrots and vision health dates back to World War II. Britain's Royal Air Force were the first planes to ever use airborne radar in their planes. This helped them to be able to be great fighters against other planes and do bombing missions at night. In an effort to trick the enemy so no one knew they had this new technology, they decided to begin telling everyone they feed their pilots nothing but carrots and it makes them see in the dark. But it was a lie, and to this day people still believe it. So, carrots still good for you, they just don't help you see any better. The best foods you can eat for your eyes are spinach or dark green leafy foods. Also salmon, almonds, oranges, and other foods are good, but none of them will make you see better. They can help prevent eye diseases though.
Man, makes me question everything my mama ever told me. At least she was right about sitting in front of the TV makes your eyes go bad.
Well, actually, although parents have been saying this ever since TVs first found their way into our homes, there's no evidence that plunking down in front of a TV set damages someone's eyes. Kids can actually focus up close without eye strain better than adults, so it might not be anything. But oftentimes, kids that like to sit up close to the TV may already be nearsighted. That's why they like to sit close. So if you notice kids that like to sit up close to the TV, it's best to have their eyes examined by an eye doctor. But just know, it wasn't the TV that caused it. It's actually caused by the shape of their eye.
Okay, well, what next? Are you gonna tell me that if I cross my eyes, they won't actually get stuck like that?
You got it.
Come on.
Now, if your eyes were crossed or turned in constantly, then that's bad. You might have something that's called amblyopia, and you would need to go to an eye doctor right away. There's a few causes for amblyopia, and one of them is an eye turn. Now, there's actually an organization that will help students get free patches and other services for the family at no charge. You can learn about them by going to ohioamblyoperegistry.com. But if you just cross your eye every once in a while, it's rude, but it doesn't actually hurt your eyes.
I won't say anything else. I'll just assume I'm wrong.
Well, I'll take over. Reading in dim light, it might make your eyes feel tired, but it's not gonna damage them.
I knew it.
Now, wearing glasses, it doesn't weaken your eyes. You can stare right out of light, not gonna make you go blind. Hey, have fun picking out your new glasses.
Alright, good. So I got some glasses that I actually like, and I'm not gonna lie, I look good in them.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Thank you. We'll see you again next year.
Oh, so we're good.
Wait, you don't actually take those glasses.
What do you mean I don't take these glasses? I picked them out. Glasses are glasses, right?
Yeah, no. We're actually gonna make a special pair of glasses just for you. You wanna see how it works?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Wait, let me try.
You mean like this?
So, glasses, they're a medical device that are made specially for your eyes. So, like my glasses, they wouldn't help you at all. Now, all those tests the optometrist was doing earlier, those were to write a very specific prescription just for your eyes. This place here, they're gonna take that prescription and curve and mold it into a pair of glasses for you. Your glasses, they begin their life as like this hockey puck shaped thing. Let me show you. Starts like this. You see these marks? That indicates where they're gonna cut and shape this. Now these hockey pucks come in different shapes based on different vision disorders, but as you can see, there is a lot to begin with. But prescriptions are a series of cuts and curves on the front and the back side of this to make your glasses. But they're not actually glass. It's actually something called polycarbonate, which is much safer because it's a lot harder to break than glass is, and it has UV protection, which means it'll help protect your eyes from the sun, which is something we should all be doing anyway. Why don't we follow this all the way through the process to see how your glasses are made, all right? Let's do it. The first process your glasses come to is called surfacing. And what they're gonna do, oh, you know what? We gotta get our eye protection on. Here we go. Safety first. So let's go over here, and this giant generator is gonna grind down your glasses. Let's watch.
Got a blade in here that spins around.
Next, your glasses come over here to the polisher. This is what's gonna make them all clear and shiny. Now you see all this white residue all over everything? That's little pieces of the polycarbonate that have come off in this machine. It's called slurry. trust me, it's not as tasty as it sounds. From here, they go to the finer. That's gonna make them even shinier. Then there's the finishing shop. Oh, but next it goes to the edger. You guys are gonna wanna see that. Come here. Over here is the edger. Now, its job is to cut your glasses into the shape of the exact frame you picked out earlier. Let's watch. Now, there are some jobs here that machines can't do, like putting those glasses into the exact frame you made. Let's go over there next. These fine people work with their hands to put new frames and lenses together. They either remove the tiny screws holding it together and insert the lenses into little grooves, or if it's made of plastic, they heat up the plastic and work the lenses into place. And they make sure they still look good. Did you know you can actually get prescription sunglasses? Do you guys want to see how sunglasses are made? Come over here. Each darkness of sunglasses actually has a different recipe. Let's watch. Almost done as we head over here to quality control. This is where they're gonna make sure that these glasses are made specially for your eyes and your eyes only to see better. Let's watch. And from there, they go to shipping and they're out. Now, some kids choose to get contact lenses instead, and that's great too. The only thing to remember is contacts sit directly on top of the eye, so you have to be very careful to follow exactly what the doctor says. Otherwise, they could actually damage your eyes.
I didn't know I couldn't just borrow my friend's glasses.
Me too, actually. Glasses are pretty cool.
I know, right? Can't wait to get my pair. Bet you wish you had some.
Let's go back.
Here you go. So I know not to share my glasses, but do I actually have to wear them all the time?
Great question. Everyone's glasses requirements are a little different, so it's important to follow whatever your doctor told you. Vision is critical to learning. In fact, 80% of everything you learn comes through your eyes under normal circumstances. So imagine how much harder schoolwork could be if some of that was coming in blurry. Did you know by not wearing your glasses, it could even affect your grades?
Not cool. Teachers will give me bad grades for not wearing my glasses.
No!
Now, the muscles in your eyes, they're still young and strong.
I know, like me, not you.
That hurt, right here. But it's true. So without your glasses on, you may actually still be able to see, but you might be squinting or straining your eyes. What we don't realize is that your brain is working so hard to get things into focus that it doesn't have the power to memorize what you're learning. And so by not wearing glasses, it actually makes it harder for you to get good grades in school.
I didn't know that vision impacts your learning so much. Do a lot of kids wear glasses or contacts?
Oh, yeah. About 1 out of every 4 kids needs vision correction. I'm just glad you were able to get help for yours. These are specially made glasses for you, not your friends. I want you to take care of them, keep them clean. You know, when you're not wearing them, put them in their case. Now, just because you got these glasses, it doesn't mean you're gonna have these exact glasses forever, because as your eyeballs grow, it changes your prescription, okay? That's why it's important to get an eye exam every year or two by an eye doctor. Especially in school, you need to make sure your eyes are working as best they can. Hope you enjoyed the journey, and now you know why you should get a regular eye exam.